What is up? My name is Matt. Welcome to Gone Diggin. Today we are going to tell you how to find fossils by using research, equipment, social or the internet, and persistence. I hope you enjoy this video. If you've ever wanted to learn about how to find fossils, these are a few of the tips that I use or the things that I do to find fossils, and I hope it helps you. Let's go. For birds with such good eyesight, I walked right into that turkey. Literally, turkey. What is up? What do we got here? It's pretty cool right there. That looks like eastern box turtle. You know, these things can live to be 100 years old. Pretty wild. This guy didn't live to be 100 years old. Really a shame. But I could be wrong. Maybe not a box turtle. All right, it's adventure time. We're going to go do some exploring today, and our exploring goes that way. What we're looking for is access to this river here, and hopefully at the very bottom of this river has some really big fossils. That's what we're going to look for, and hope we survive it. Let's go. I was just realizing to myself that this would have been a smart idea to bring some gloves. Other smart ideas? Snake repellent. Do they make that? I don't know, but it's $1 million idea if they do. Oh, we're super close to this river. I wonder how muddy this is going to be. So far so good. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I'll take this. Oh my gosh, oops, that is deeper than I thought. Well, let's go, let's go. We are going to find some fossils today, I hope. If not, we're gonna find us a spot to scuba dive. Probably, yeah, I think so. I definitely think we're gonna find us a spot to scuba dive. I know you're gonna think I'm crazy for this, but man, I know that there's supposed to be some really large fossils around here. And man, it's hot. A lot of, oops. Really big fossils. Oh, biting flies. Let's see if we can find a spot. Whoa, this is super beautiful. Super awesome. Now this is going to be muddy. But we just got to find us a gravel bottom in this here creek. Wow, it's actually called a river, but you would know it by looking at it. So we'll go find us a gravel bottom, start digging and sifting for a few fossils. So what I did was I just picked a spot in the river and I wanted to dig down to see if I can find some blue marl or clay, something that would hold any sort of pebbles and things like that. Now, the first thing to find in fossils is you're going to want to make sure you're in the right spot. So there's a bunch of different places and forums on the internet. I say forums, that's pretty much a dead thing, but a lot of different Facebook groups, how to find fossils, and there's a lot of good people with a lot of knowledge that are willing to help other folks out. So that is the best place to start when looking for research options. Well, so the key is research and to look. Well, look what's staring at me right there. That is the first positive sign of teeth in this river, and that is a big deal. It took me a while to search around and find the right gravel bottom, but notice the large size gravels that are laid down in here. My experience, if you're out looking for shark's teeth, the larger the gravel, the bigger the teeth. Now this one's broken and it's well worn because it's been tossed around the bottom of this river, but that is a good sign for a larger tooth to be stuck down in here. So tooth number 1 from a new spot. Research, research, research. Look at that right there. Got a nice ray plate in the next basket. That is a really good sign. And that's a fossil, so really excited about that. Research. Here's the next tip I'm going to give you on how to find fossils. Get the best gear you can. Some of that gear isn't expensive, some of it is. What you're seeing me here, where here's a 3mm wetsuit, you can find these off of Facebook Marketplace. Super cheap, your size, look up scuba gear, and you'll be able to find it. Now you go, why the heck are you wearing a wetsuit when it's 100 degrees out here? And the biggest part is to protect me from the things that are in the water that may bite or pinch, and to protect me from the sun, which will burn. The last part is to protect me from all of this debris that you're going to cross over looking for fossils, and you may scrape and hurt yourself on. So get yourself a good wetsuit. The next thing I'll tell you to go with those good wetsuits is a good pair of footwear. I personally use Scuba Pro heavy duty boots. They are not the epitome of fashion, but they provide great comfort, great warmth if the water where you're fossil hunting is cold, and great durability. I'll put a link down in the description. Next thing, build yourself a nice quality sifter. Me personally, this sifter I bought, super easy to build, not very difficult. Just some PVC sealed up on all the sides and then wrapped in chicken wire. I could make a different one, I could make a better one, but this works well with me, floated with pool noodles. The last thing that's going to be more expensive is get yourself a good shovel or scoop. Me personally, I prefer metal detecting sand scoops. Fantastic for scooping and sifting, sifting river material, very easy to dig. It can be a little heavy for some folks, but it will move more material than a shovel. If you don't have the money for a sand scoop, go out and find yourself a nice cheap Walmart or Home Depot shovel. Something if you lose or you break, doesn't matter, you can go get another one. Ooh, what do we have here? Look at that little bitty snaggle. That's a neat little tooth. I don't think I've ever found one that small. It's exciting. I wonder what else is going to be in this basket. I'm going to show you how I work a basket. Now, I don't know what's going to be in here. I haven't even looked at it. But I have a lot of good gravel in here. But number one, the first thing that I do is that I try to work all the sand out and get out any big shells like that. But that's actually still alive. Put them back, let them live another day, and then I work all the gravels out. Now, I am starting to see a couple fossils in here. You look up there, and I see a nice ray plate. A little piece of one. So that gives me hope that there's something in here. But what I do is I try to work the basket very thoroughly, try to get all the organic material out, get all of the water clear, and holy smokes, what is that? Oh, that gave me a heart attack. I thought that was a big tooth. But that is a bone, and an old bone at that, so that's a good sign. But the clearer I get this basket, here we're really lucky to be working in a kind of a swift moving current here. So some people will work the basket one way, some people will spread it out all thin. I do a little bit of both. So I will kind of work it all from one side to the other, looking for any shapes. And when I'm looking for shapes, I'm looking for smiley faces and I'm looking for triangles. And then I'm also looking for man-made stuff. Occasionally you'll find something that's discolored in here, and that will be man-made, whether it's a piece of lead or a piece of glass. I also should be wearing gloves while I do this. So, different shapes, and we just work from one side to the other. And then when we're done, we will dump this in an area that we have already searched, and we will fill it up, put the gravel back on the bottom, and look for more. So I am prospecting today, looking for a new spot. So I haven't found a whole lot of really good stuff. I've just seen a lot of good good reasons that there should be teeth here. There should be some really big ones. So I have found some bones, some whalebone pieces and fragments. And if you're finding whalebones and fragments like that, you are in a good spot because big sharks ate big things. And it's called fossil hunting. It's not called fossil finding. If it was fossil finding, everyone would be doing it. Maybe, maybe not. So, you've done all your research. You've got all your equipment right. The last step I'll tell you is to be persistent. To find new spots, to get the right equipment, to go on a fossil trip or explore and meet new friends. All of these things take time. And the biggest part is that you have a good time while you're out doing it. So be persistent. To find good, productive fossil spots take time, and they take a lot of work. Nothing in this world is free, and if you don't get help on a fossil site or any place like that, understand that people are very protective and very leery of bringing new friends along. So be persistent. Oh, there's one. Look at that. When I talk about a smiley face, look at the back side. It looks like a smiley face. Oh, it's sitting right on top of the basket. That's great. Just got the little sharp side cusps. That's cool. Put you in the pouch. That was the first one. Persistence. If you're looking for more help for this, reach out to East Coast Fossil Club. Great people. A lot of knowledge there. Another great way to get started fossil hunting is to actually go out and take a tour. I know that's going to sound like a cop-out, but when you go out and take a tour, you get to learn from somebody who knows what they're doing. And sometimes that's the best way to get the idea. Also, it's also the worst way to get the bug for fossil hunting, because you're going to want to do it more after that. Yeah, I won't say that's how I learned. I learned from someone who taught me how to do it, and I think honestly that is the best way. Ooh, I don't know if that's a tooth or not. When in doubt, put it in your pouch. Huh. Thought there was going to be a few more in there, but yeah, that's sometimes the best way to learn. Take a tour. Alright, sometimes if you are in a good spot and you're finding a few fossils, don't forget to look out for things like this. That is a small piece of Native American pottery. Kind of porous, you can see where the stones came out. Spent a lot of time on the bottom of the river. But right beside it, there are a couple small micro teeth. So, the other last lesson I think I could tell you is if you are finding fossils, don't leave fossils to go look for other fossils. Some sort of bone right there. I don't know what that is. Same thing with relic hunting. If you're finding relics, don't leave relics to find relics. You've already got them. So, there you go. We're going to keep looking through here, and this has kind of been just a little bit of the tips and tricks of what I do to find fossils. I can do another one of these videos if you like this. We can talk about like some of the formations and stuff like that, and the age layers we're looking for, all that kind of stuff. So let me know in the comments if this is helpful. Let me know in the comments if you do something different that I could learn from. That's what I'm always interested in. So, as always, thanks for watching. Alright, so this is what we ended up with. We ended up with, I don't know, dozen or so medium-sized teeth, some nice snaggles, stuff like that. Big mako, a clamshell, some big ray plates, and a lot of other fun stuff like that. So that's a good little haul for just a couple hours. So overall, not a bad day on the river. creek, whatever this body of water is. I hope you enjoyed these kind of tips and tricks, and I hope it helps you find some fossils of your own. It's a lot of fun to come out and do this. It beats the summer heat, and it's awful pretty out here too. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing for more stuff like this, more fossil hunting, more treasure hunting, whatever it is we can run across. If you haven't already, please reach down there and click that like button. My name's Matt. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Gone Diggin'.